My name is Taylor Hammer, and I'm currently a freshman at Wisconsin Lutheran College, and I'm studying to be an education major. My philosophy of education is a blend of factors. I believe a successful philosophy leads to being a successful teacher, which is my ultimate goal. My personal philosophy boils down to three main factors: adaptability, proper pedagogy, and is student-centered. First things first, proper philosophy is adaptable and always changing. There is no doubt that learning is moving towards technology. It is inevitable that students will have access to technology around the clock, and I will use upgrading technology in my classroom. Another part of being adaptable stems from awareness of students' differences. These differences can be cultural, gendered, family life, and different ways students are motivated and learn. From visiting St. Marcus, the Latin American community, and writing the Native American paper, I have become more culturally aware. Some cultures value individualism over collectivism, or vice versa. And some have different religious beliefs, which can all impact what students bring to the classroom. Another difference in most classes is gender. Dr. Janet Hyde's research finds that there are more differences within a gender than between genders. A key point I'll keep in mind as a gatekeeper is to call on boys and girls equally and to hold the same expectations of both to avoid gender bias. I will also be adaptable when it comes to family life. Children living in a culture of poverty have different values and survival needs. These stem from Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which means they may not always be mentally involved in the class because they have physical, safety, or belonging needs that are not being met. Being aware of this, I will try to help my students meet these needs to the best of my abilities. A final factor that students have different motivation and learning styles. They could be intrinsic or extrinsically motivated or learn by a different one of Gardner's 8 multiple intelligences. Proper pedagogy can also impact the success or failure of students. In my philosophy of ed, I will vary my teaching methods to include visual aid, auditory, hands-on, small group work, and lecture, as to help the different learning styles. Because of how the brain is set up, different sensory information is stored in different lobes of the brain. Teaching in multiple modalities will enable students to more easily retrieve and recall the information. Finally, the perfect philosophy needs to be student-centered. Condensing my ideal educations into one philosophy has been challenging, but I believe that it is a blend of progressivism and social reconstructivism. The positives that I took from progressivism is how it takes core concepts covered in the classroom that are applied through hands-on learning. This type of learning is great for kinesthetic, spatial, and interpersonal learners. Social reconstructivists focus on reforming society by ending war, poverty, and racial biases. I included this in my ideal philosophy because it appreciates students' racial, gender, and ethnical differences, which are becoming more prominent in the melting pot that is American education. I believe that this method prepares students to live for the changing future and how to be successful in it, not just force-feeding them facts and information. That's my philosophy.